going down right now. Daily Go Get 'em is some show, yo. We here and we about that flow. This is the way it's going to go tonight. Think everything that we do will be all right. And even if we aren't drug free, I'ma tell y'all we gonna be where we wanna be. And I'ma see y'all and raise y'all a couple of stakes. And we are gonna do this thing what it takes. It's Sun 752 DG show. And yo, yeah, it's the daily Go Get 'em show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it is? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off fast lane, no coasting. All right. T carry right, morning, noon, and night. I have my peoples going right in your sight. You think I won't when I will? Got skills, things are coming through. I wish you could pay the bills. And Emily Dunlap is in the place. Emily Dunlap is getting the debt. Emily is one I wanted to see. Emily, what's going on, man? What's up with y'all? It's the Daily Go Get 'em show. And tonight we talking about drug-free and free of what else? See, a lot of times you can get the impression that just because you don't use drugs or alcohol, or because you don't abuse drugs or alcohol, that your life is relatively smooth. Excuse me. And it's not always that way. And anybody who doesn't drink and doesn't use drugs or doesn't abuse alcohol or drugs knows that just because you are drug-free does not mean that you are worry-free. It doesn't mean that you are stress-free. It doesn't mean that you don't have other things, other pressing issues going on in your life that have to be dealt with as if it was an addiction. And just because you don't use drugs or alcohol doesn't mean that you're not dealing with somebody else that uses drugs and alcohol. Oh, y'all, do you understand? Do you know what I'm coming through? Yo, my man in this brand that I'm trying to push on y'all. Go on, y'all. And yo, we on another one, y'all. Sun 75. Yeah, DG show live. Yo. Yeah. Drug-free and free of what else? That's what we're talking about tonight on the Daily Go Get 'em show, y'all. Are you ready? Are you ready? Y'all gonna have to pardon me a little bit because the allergies are acting fizzle tonight. So I might be sneezing and sniffling and rubbing and scratching. That's how it's going down tonight, but it's all good. Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is the Daily Go Get 'em show. We do this every single day, every day it rains, every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. We break it down, baby. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains and the DG will do the same. I am your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the. And if you can't say Omar with the, well, then you just say Omar with the R. It is the Daily Go Get 'em show on this 15th of September, halfway through. Because you know September is only 30 days long. It's not a 31-day month. What's going on? But it's going to be all right tonight. We will talk about something that seems to be some people's plight. Tonight, we're talking about being drug-free and free of what else? You know, all right. So for my people out there who don't drink, who don't smoke, who don't pop pills, who don't sniff coke, who don't shoot dope in their arms, well, how things working out for you? You know, even if there was a time that you used to do things like that, like with me, I was a drinker. So there was a time when I understood what it was like to be fiending for that beer, fiending for that alcohol, fiending for that time when you were able to get drunk. And I used to smoke weed, you know, years and years and years and years ago. So no, I know what it's like to want to go home and blaze up real quick. You know, and although I don't feel like either one of those things ever controlled my life, who am I to really say how it affected other people that were around me who felt like maybe I indulged too much? Or how my indulgence affected their ability to be around me and be comfortable. There's no way I can speak on that. So with that being said, when I in particular used to use alcohol as a weekend fix to get right, to feel good for the rest of the night, to sleep like a baby after I pass out, to do that same shit the next now you be out. Well, even if I never considered it to be something that took over my life, I know what it was like for that to be in the way of being able to enjoy myself in other ways. And that takes a lot of honesty with yourself, and it takes a lot of soul searching. You know, you have to be honest. You got to be real with yourself. And if you're not real with yourself, then what's the deal with yourself? But real shit, you know, if you look at what you do, like, well, so what? Everybody does it, or it's not, it doesn't kill me, or it's not going to kill me, or whatever. Then you'll actually be advocating or making excuses for destructive behavior. And that ain't a good look. You know that ain't a good look. Not for you. But we do it. You know, we get stuck in a certain area of our lives and we rock out from there. And until we get to a point where we can see the forest for the trees, we will continue to do what we do, at least until it makes us uncomfortable. See, a lot of times when we're doing what we do, as far as drugs and alcohol is concerned, we don't really care about how it affects other people. But when it starts to affect us personally, which lets you know that it's a very selfish act, then we want to do something about it. Okay, well, that's cool, because regardless of when it happens, if it happens to you in time, you know, before it puts you in the grave or puts you in a position where it could make you get hurt by other things, other means, then you're on the right track. But one thing I learned about being drug and alcohol free before I ever started drinking was I had problems, I had issues, I had things that I had to deal with in real life and real time with real people before I ever took a drink, before I ever rolled a joint. I had shit that I had to deal with, and everybody else in my life had shit that they had to deal with too. So after years and years of drinking, when I stopped, I realized that, all right, well, that's one problem solved or dealt with or, you know, rectified, but it didn't fix the whole machine. It didn't mean that everything started to fall in place magically. Like all you have to do is stop drinking. All you have to do is stop smoking. All you have to do is stop sniffing. All you have to do is stop shooting. All you have to do is stop popping. And then magically your life will come together and you'll be thinking with a clear head and everything will be okay. Well, guess what? One of the reasons that some people had started to indulge in drugs and alcohol abuse in the first place was because their life of sobriety was not fulfilling enough for them. Now, a lot of people don't look at it that way, or they feel silly having to admit it, but it's the honest to God truth. If your life is filled with nothing but bliss and happiness and contentment and satisfaction, you will absolutely never have any reason to ever try drugs or alcohol. Why? If you're already high on life, why would you need to get an artificial high? You wouldn't. You may do it as an experiment or, you know, out of curiosity. But other than that, if your life of sobriety was so great, you would never have any reason to ever try drugs or alcohol, which is one of the main reasons that so many people try drugs and alcohol. So let's get into it. Let's say you are a person who has never abused drugs, never abused alcohol. Is your life fulfilling? Have you lived an existence, or are you living an existence that is so conducive to staying on the right path that you could never imagine pursuing another way of life, which might include substance abuse or straight up and down psychological escapism. For anybody who doesn't know, and I'm not accusing anybody of not knowing these terms, but escapism is a psychological term that identifies a person that refuses to deal with their problems, so they will do something else or participate in an activity for a prolonged amount of time to try to keep from having to think or deal with the issues or the problems or the situations at hand that really need to be dealt with. So let's say I'm dealing with abuse, physical or mental abuse in my family. Instead of dealing with that, instead of trying to get help with that, instead of seeking out assistance, asking for advice, or dealing with myself, if I'm the one causing this, I go out and I drink. I go out and I smoke. I get high, or I immerse myself in reckless sexual activity, or I race cars or whatever. I do whatever activity is necessary to keep me from having to deal with the real issues that are pressing and that I need to deal with. That's escapism. And plenty of people practice that. In any addictive state, they may do that with a sexual addiction. They may do that with a food addiction. I'm just going to eat my problems away. As well as drugs and alcohol and all that. So I'm asking y'all tonight on the Daily Go Getimism Show. You may be drug and alcohol free, but are you free of worry? Are you free of stress? Are you free of low self-esteem? Are you free of self-doubt? Are you free of hesitation, procrastination? Are you free of all of the other little problems that get in your way, such as yourself? Are you free of getting in your own way? We gonna talk about it today. Have you been getting in your own way? We're gonna talk about it today. And are you free of getting in your own way? Do you throw yourself a roadblock? Do you only put on one side? Oh my gosh. Ugh. You know, in a few days, it'll be fall. It'll be autumn now. It'll be time for autumn again. In the meantime, in between time. Ugh. Ugh. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm about to go wash my nose with some baking soda. Okay. So, yes. Are you free of all the other problems in your life that you have to deal with, need to deal with, should deal with, that don't involve substance abuse, alcohol abuse, any other type of abuse? Are you happy in your sobriety? Are you? Is you? Are you? Is you? I said, are you? Is you? Because it's not as easy as it may seem, or it may not be as easy as people make it seem. You know, people make it seem like, okay, for example, you know how somebody who has a bunch of kids and they have to spend money all the time and they have to deal with their children's growing pains and stuff like that. You know how they look at people who don't have any kids, who may be in their same age range. They look at them as like, yo, you don't have no kids. You can spend all your money on yourself. You don't have to be responsible for nobody else. They overstate the seamless or easy lifestyle that somebody that doesn't have kids has or may live. Like, just because you don't have any kids doesn't mean you don't have any problems. And are you saying that just because you have children that you have problems? Like, what kind of shit is that? Queen Matu Mayini, Queen Monica Davis. What's going on, Queen Monica? Good to see me some you. But y'all, I know that all of y'all have heard it, because there was a time in all of your lives when you didn't have any children. And somebody might have came along to you because they had 2 or 3 children and whatever, and they were struggling to buy school clothes and sneakers and boots, chains, jackets, whatever the case may be. And they may have had to deal with discipline problems with their children, or problems related to the other parent if the 2 parents weren't together. So they may have tried to tell you, well, you don't have no problems. You don't have no kids. You can just pick up and go wherever you want to go, do whatever you want to do. You keep all your money to yourself. Some people make parenting sound like a terrible, terrible thing, and a real, I don't know, bad choice, I guess you could say. And it's not. Parenting is one of the most beautiful things in the world. But there are some parents out there who abuse alcohol and drugs. What about that part? There are parents out there who use and abuse alcohol and drugs. Now, it's not because of the children, but nonetheless, if you have that type of monkey on your back, there's no way that you're a happy person. There's no way that you're a happy person if you have a drug or alcohol addiction. Happiness is beyond you. You'll be hard pressed to find anyone in this world who has a drug or alcohol problem and is happy that they have that problem. But what about people who don't have drug and alcohol problems? Does it mean that you manage your money well? Does it mean that you don't live pillow to post? Does it mean that you don't live hand to mouth? Does it mean that you have a bunch of friends and relatives who treat you with love, affection, and respect? Does it mean that? Does it mean that you don't get your feelings hurt as much or as hard as a person that has these substance monkeys on their back? Does it mean any of that? Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. What's going on, Cherry, Cinderella, Dana. Well, it's the woman Dana with fame. It's Cinderella, Dana. Well, it's the woman Dana with fame. What's going on, Dana? It's the day. Oh. I said, oh. What's going on, man? Yeah. So, how about it? For all you MCs and a crew, I said for all of you people out there, all you listeners, if you don't have a drug or alcohol problem, or you don't indulge in any type of way, is the life that you have fulfilling? What other negative things are you free of? Are you mental and physical abuse free? Ain't nobody beating on you. Ain't nobody threatening you. Ain't nobody talking bad about you. Are you free of that? Bad job. Are you bad job free? Okay, you don't drink. You don't smoke, you don't get high, but do you have a job or a career that suits you, fits you, fulfills you, makes you feel good about yourself? Do you? A lot of times the answer may be straight up and down no. I hate my job. I hate my career. I've been wanting to make a change in my life for the longest time, but this is paying me right. So, I got to chase that dollar. So you may not be bad job free, but you don't drink and you don't get high. By the way, getting drunk is getting high. The old heads will tell you that in a minute. Like, you was high off that beer. Drinkers don't like to be associated with getting high. They think they smoke. They think they're so special because they're doing something that's legal. Carol Chamberlain made $5. Carol Chamberlain made $5. And Job Biggs. Word up. What's going on? TK Wright says, I'm happy in my sobriety, but that wasn't always the case. See, it says it. Okay. Oh, but it wasn't. Okay. All right. There used to be issues that had nothing to do with drugs or alcohol. I hear that. I do. Ja Big says, Shalom, brother. To speak on topic, no, they are not the same, because in most cases, people like for you to have something hanging on to you because it allows them to control you. I'm listening to that. Interesting there. Stacy White, what's going on, ma? She says that she is free. What are you free of? You drug and alcohol free? Or are you free? Are you free in this world? Like, there are people who claim to be free. They may be mental slavery free, oppression free. They have freed their mind. And shout out to everybody and anybody out there who feels like they are free of the influence, the negative influence that people may be trying to bestow upon you. Media influence, propaganda, false propaganda. It's funny. I never really thought about the word false propaganda before. The propaganda is real. The information is false, or maybe false, but it is real propaganda. Let's keep it moving, right? All right, we shall proceed and continue to rock the mic. If y'all would like to, if y'all would like to call into the show, add your 2 cents, say something to me, ask a question, do something with me, make a suggestion. I invite y'all to call in, and the number to call is area code 319-527-6199. That's the number to call. I said a 319-527-6199. Yes, y'all. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get on the line. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get your shine, baby. 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 319-527-6199, baby. It's the Daily Go Get 'Em Business Show all up in your area, and we are talking about drug-free. And what else? What else free are you free of? What are you free of? So you don't have a drug problem. You don't have an alcohol problem. Do you have love in your life? A lot of people don't. Please make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all share the show. And make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I would appreciate it. This is the Daily Go Get 'Em Show. Yeah, you know, just like when I was talking about earlier, how people who have kids and are struggling to keep their head afloat with their family and their children think that people who don't have children just have the easy life. They just living on easy street. Well, it's untrue. There are plenty of people who don't have children who actually would love to have children. You know, there are women out here who are barren who don't want to talk about that. It's a personal issue, but they are unable to have children. So, quite frankly, there's some women who just pretend like they don't want any children. Like the fact that they can't have children is between them and the doctor. Don't nobody need to know. It's a tough situation. But guess what? They may not be on drugs or use alcohol, but they have a real life problem that they really, really, really wish didn't exist in their lives. Has nothing to do with any alcohol or drug addiction. No substance abuse at all. Do they like their lives? Maybe they like a certain part of it, but maybe that real sore spot seems to grow and grow and grow every day, especially when you see other people out here enjoying raising their families and being with their spouses and having children, raising children. For a man who can't reproduce, it's a big deal. You know, as much as we may hate the fact that we have to practice safe sex with certain women in order not to, start a family or continue a family. No man out there really wants to shoot blanks. Like, no, I want to just be able to turn on my potency and turn off my potency. Turn on, wax off, wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off. Yeah, they want to be able to turn on their potency. Like, so when I'm ready to have a child, I can turn it on high. But, with this late night creep joint out here, let's turn that potency all the way down. Down. So, no drugs or no alcohol, but still may not be happy in their sobriety. My brother from another mother, Norris Hill. I said, my brother from another mother, Norris Hill. What's up, my brother? Thanks for coming on through. You know how we are and the way that we do. Good to see me, some of you. Sit back and chill, sit back, relax, do your thing, Max. Yeah, for real. And Shirley Show, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Shirley Show, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. What's going on, Ma? It's good to see you, Ma. Ja Big says, Shalom chat. Blessings. Big ups. Yourself. That's what's up. Okay. So yeah. How, for my sober people out there, how are things? How is your life? What's your life like in your sobriety? Is it a good look? Is it a good look? Are you where you want to be? Are you what you want to be? One thing I learned from when I used to drink often was that when I stopped drinking, I still had other problems to deal with that I may have been ignoring while I was drinking. Some of those were personal problems. Some of those were administrative or things that involved more people than just myself. I realized you got to step up to the plate and deal with those kind of things. You got to deal with it, son. Yeah, you got to deal with it. Real shit. It's all real. It's all rap. Yeah. You got to deal with life as it comes in real times. There's no pause button. You don't get the cut and go to makeup. So yeah, in dealing with that, yeah, now you have to try to, figure things out in your sobriety, and which is what figuring things out is all about. I'm not saying that you can't figure things out when you are under the influence of drugs or alcohol, but without being in, your good state of mind, it's going to be a little tougher to differentiate the live from the Memorex, the good from the bad, the real from the fake, the phony baloney from the shit that only. Okay, anyway, yeah. If you are drug and alcohol free, are you are you low self-esteem free? Do you feel good about yourself around other people, compared to other people, in conjunction with other people? Or are you the type, and I hope this doesn't apply to anybody, that's my word. Are you the type that contemplates suicide on a regular basis? Ironically, a lot of people who have drug and alcohol problems actively consider suicide on a regular basis. They want to get out of that shit. They don't like being an addict. They don't like being dependent. They don't like having that type of habit. Nobody would like that. Some of us put on a good face though, like, nah, I'm good with this. Just like, just the way it is. You know how that go. Ego out of control. Are you egocentric free? And another word that's synonymous with egocentric is asshole. Yeah, say it with me. Asshole. If you are egocentric, in other words, if you think that the world revolves around you and your image and the way that you think and feel and the attention that involves you, yeah, you're egocentric, aka an asshole. You a whole ass boy or girl. Shit is rad. So yeah, are you egocentric free? Are you the type of person that makes friends easily? Are you the type of person that people like as soon as they meet them or whatever? And even if that's not your deal, it doesn't mean that you can't be happy with yourself. But I do believe that being happy with yourself has a lot with understanding yourself and accepting yourself, flaws and all. Whenever I see like one of those plus size models, and I ain't talking about regular plus, got a little meat on the bones, Victoria Principal. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about, the type of big where you be wondering how they wash and type shit. But the way things are in society now, with this everybody gets a trophy thing, you can be a BBW and still give off the impression that you're happy with everything that's going on with your body and inside your head. Only a person who knows better will make a recall on that. Like, so let me get this straight. You're happy to be at the size that you are. Yeah, you can barely walk without getting tired. You can barely talk without getting tired. But it's definitely had a hindrance on your day-to-day activities and your health. Like the way that you feel inside. Hey, have any of you ever fantasized about trading your internal feelings, not your mental or emotional feelings or psychological feelings, the way your body feels? Have you ever looked at somebody else and wished that you were inside their body or that you could trade bodies with them? Like, I do it all the time. I be like, that bum on the street or that homeless person, I would like to trade my physical health with them for a few minutes just to see, how do other people feel? Like really feel. How do they feel? And you may have done the same thing with somebody else, to somebody else, towards somebody else. You may have seen somebody that was really, really healthy, or somebody that really wasn't all that healthy, but seemed to have taken care of themselves, or take care of something going on concerning them. And you may just have wondered or fantasized, like, yo, I wish I could get inside their body for like 24 hours to see what it's like. Bad boy. Okay. So with a certain kind of curiosity like that, it can take you to a lot of different places mentally. But are they the places that you want to be? But okay, so you're not on drugs or alcohol. How's your body feeling? Do you have back problems like the girl that had lifetime big, giant, juicy titties? Do you have pain in your digestive area, your tummy? Do you have back problems? Do your ankles hurt? Can you walk long distances without either getting winded or without getting sore? Remember, you are drug and alcohol free, though. Does that mean that you can climb a rope? Remember back in gym, back in the day, you had to climb that rope. Everybody in the class, I don't care about your weight, I don't care about your ass, gotta climb that rope to the top of the rafters. Yo, you gotta do it. And you had climb that rope. Yo, one hand in front of the other, sister and brother. I said, climb that rope. You ain't getting out of this class. You don't want to fake gym. Flunk gym. Who flunks gym? I said, climb that rope. It's going down. You're almost at the top now. You're free of drugs and alcohol, but do you like your body? Do you like the way it feels? Do you like the way it looks? Or are you always thinking about, I gotta change this, I gotta cut this, I gotta reduce this, I gotta put this over here, I gotta do something. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. So as far as I'm concerned, that's all related to your self-esteem. So you may be drug and alcohol free, but are you low self-esteem free. And it's okay if you're not. We all have a journey to partake in. I'm sorry. My brother from another mother, Norris Hill, says being at peace with oneself can be a gift in sobriety. But, yo, you are hitting on some points that can hit home. Yeah, my brother, my brother, I know and I understand there's a lot of going up right there in this can. I dig it. No, it says I wouldn't mind seeing if some people actually feel as warm as their smile. Yeah, let me just like you might. Okay, for example, I suffer from allergies and shit. I would like to be in a body that where they say they don't have any allergies. Like, what is that like? I couldn't imagine not doing this every day. Can't imagine it. So you mean there are people who don't go? Where? Well, I would like to experience that for maybe 15 minutes, half an hour. Well, some real shit. If you could live in somebody else's body for a little while, you would probably be like, yo, you live with all of this pain every day? And that's the face that you put on? And then you might get back in your own body like, man, I wouldn't want to be in that body. I'm good right here. Please make sure that y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button. Please, 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 y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button. Please, please. And share the show. Share the show. And subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel right now, yo. Be on this movement. Be down, yo. All you gotta do is hit that like button. Shit ain't expensive. It ain't gonna cost you nothing. Yo, can you share this show so everybody around you, your friends and family know? Can you hit the like button, yo? Hit the like button, yo. All of a sudden, yo. Algorithm. Ja Big says a lot of times folks smile to keep from breaking. I know that those are facts. That's facts right there. That's facts. FAX. And so Jones says, I feel unattractive without a haircut every week. It's legit. Mm-hmm. You don't want to be out here. You don't want to be out here woofing. You don't want to be out here. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know, Ansel. When you feel that shit going back, when you haven't had a haircut in a while, and you feel that hair growing down the back of your neck, that shit is uncomfortable. And it's funny because you see some white guys that go a long time without getting a haircut. You be like, yo, your shit growing on back down here. There ain't no separation between back and state. No separation between back and state. What up, King? What up, King? Thanks for coming on through. Thanks for doing your thing. I see that we have a caller on the line. Good stuff. Caller with the last numbers 2192. Welcome to the Daily Go Get 'Em Business Show. Thank you for holding. What's on your mind this evening?
Hello, brother. I just want to come on and first I want to start off how I got introduced to you, man. Just yesterday or the day before yesterday, I wanted to. In the last couple of days, I've looked up on YouTube with the difference between faking crazy and being mental ill.
Okay. One of my old videos. Yeah.
Like a year ago, you know, and I'm just running up on it. So I'm thankful that somebody's pulling me to your direction, sir, because like as you can tell, I kind of got a head on my shoulders, but I deal with things too, and I don't think I have. Well, first of all, I'm not gonna call my substance of choice a drug because I smoke marijuana. I don't do any other drug. I don't drink anything. I don't do anything other than that. It's just that, you know. But I'm gonna call that a substance. I don't call marijuana a drug. I'm gonna call it a substance, so everybody would know.
That's fair.
But my choice of substance is marijuana, and yes, I can admit that what led me to that point is getting away from outside trouble, or outside influences, you know, things that's been going on in life, you know, and using that like as a mechanism, you know, to kind of hide and steal away from most things. But I had to realize that, you know, and even just lately, and it's crazy because I've been putting it down lately. You know what I'm saying? I literally just stopped smoking like last weekend. You know what I'm saying? So I've been sober for a few days now, and just having to deal with the things that I have to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Even though, because right now I'm in a household with a lot of different personalities, but they all family supposed to. You know what I'm saying? My mother, my little brother, and things of that nature, you know? And it's all like, it's kind of like, okay, let me back up. My father was an intelligent man. My father was twice as old as my mother. My mother is a different breed, you know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of feel like, I mean, when you were speaking on growing up with a parent that you think has mental illness, has a mental problem, but not diagnosed, I understand that is very, very difficult to deal with. You know what I'm saying? I've been dealing with that my whole life.
Yeah.
And then being in a place with, you know what I'm saying, my little brother, he got laced with a lace blunt, and I heard you say something similar in that way earlier. So it's things gravitate me to your pool. And some people that I've been in contact with, they were like, hey, why don't you talk to a therapist and woo. See, y'all work in mysterious ways. You know what I'm saying? I have my therapist here.
That's real shit. That's real shit. Yeah.
I really appreciate what you speak on, man, and you really don't know the service that you're doing for the Black community, brother. And I appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate your acknowledgement for sure, and I appreciate you, and I'm glad that whatever brought you to this platform got you here, because this is what we do. And even though you may only see my face on the screen, there are other people out here that support heavy. You know, you'll see a lot of the same people here every day. So this is our thing. This is what we do. So, you know, it may not have the popularity or generate the type of income that other bloggers have or whatever, but sometimes you have to concentrate on the impact of what you're doing to the individual, what that means. You know, a lot of times when you're covering a bunch of people, you're actually covering nobody. You know what I mean? You may be affecting them, but you may not be covering them. You know, we believe in more of a individual attention type of thing. Not saying that I don't wish I had thousands of viewers, but you know, it is what it is. But let me ask you this. So when you talk about, oh, by the way, I agree with what you were saying about weed not being drugs, but it is a substance, and for some people it can be very habit forming. We won't call it addictive, but we'll call it habit forming. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you know plenty of people that can't get throughout the day without huffing all day. You know what I'm saying? and then you I'm sure you know some people who probably only use it recreationally, like on the weekends, if they need to unwind a little bit after work or something like that, but they don't really get high. They just sort of boost themselves up a little bit, But when we talk about people who really do have a problem with substance abuse or alcohol abuse, and they look at they may really believe that as long as if they could only get that monkey off their back of their substance habit or their abuse or their addiction or alcoholism or whatever, they really feel like then everything in their lives would be okay. What do you think about that? Do you think that just being sober should be equal to you being motivated or being upwardly mobile and just enjoying your life? Do you see the correlation between that, or do you see it as something else?
I'm glad you brought me back to square one, because it leads me back to what I mentioned in your chat. No, just because you're sober doesn't mean that your life is perfect. You know what I'm saying? Or doesn't mean that people treat you better, or people treat you, you know what I'm saying? Like, because in some cases, people would prefer you to be held down by the monkeys that's on your back, because it allows them to help control you. You know what I'm saying? If you're abusing substances and you know what I'm saying, people have a control on you. You know what I'm saying? And some people, when people can't control you, that allows them to want to mistreat you and want to, you know what I'm saying, because they can't control anything that you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I mean. That's on my point of view. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's heavy.
Like when people can't control what you want, when people can't control you and control your life and the things that you do, it pisses them off. You know what I'm saying? It gets them even more, like they rather prefer, you know what I'm saying, to have that monkey on your back so they can control you. You know?
Yes. And well, let me ask you this: being that as it is, do you think that? Well, we know that there are some cases where, let's say, in the case of a hooker or something, like prostitute, there have been pimps that purposely strung they girls out on drugs so they could make sure that they didn't go nowhere or didn't get too far, or that they would be dependent upon them. But let's say in regular life, if somebody knows that you have an addiction, or they know that you have a problem with a habit or something like that, do you think that in what you were talking about, in their ability or their quest to try to control you, do you think that even though they may say to you that they want you to clean your life up and do better and raise your level of consciousness and self-esteem and all of that, do you think that deep down inside they really just saying that? Is that all cat? Are they happy to be the one to almost help keep you down, so they'll have somebody to feel like they're better than?
That's what I personally feel like. You would have to come in contact with some different minded people. You know what I'm saying? Like people have different motives. Everything has a motive behind it. You know what I'm saying? And people have different motives. If you're not pure and have a pure heart and know like you know what I'm saying, pure intentions behind what you do, then yes, I believe people, not everybody. I believe people that don't have pure intentions behind it. Yes, I believe they intentionally want you to be. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you ever like it's kind of like the job. Your boss is not gonna pay you enough to go live beside him.
That's true. That is absolutely true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're not gonna pay you enough to live beside him. It's kind of like that. The people that's just trying to lift you up, they don't want you to be better than them. They don't want you to live better than them, have a happier life than them, have a freer life. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you to be better. They want you to be better so they can, you know what I'm saying, say they helped and did something. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people ain't doing nothing. But yeah, I don't really believe that a lot of people have good intentions behind what they do. You know what I'm saying? It's just the intent behind it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I believe people like to hold you to a certain standard. They don't want to pay you enough to get above them.
So let me get this straight. So you saying somebody might be drug and alcohol free, but they ain't hater free. They ain't jealousy and envy free.
They ain't none of that. Like you might people might say, oh, I'm free, I'm this. You not. You lying, bro. you lying, bro. Because even though, man, like, oh man, if you ain't got no drug problem, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other shit that's pulling. You know what I'm saying? That's pulling the opposite way. There's a lot of stuff, man. And I can just say that with my experience in life that I've lived. You know what I'm saying? I'm only 24 days. I'm about to be 25 in a few months. But yeah, in my life of living, I've lived through a lot. You know what I'm saying? I've been on my own since I was 13, so it's kind of like, and I've been doing the right thing for so long, bro. And it's like, the more right shit that I do, the more bullshit we trying to pull.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't start marijuana until I got out the army.
Okay. So you've been on your own since you were.
Even though you try to live the life that people say is right or the way you're supposed to live, you know what I'm saying? You still gonna have a bunch of bullshit, just as that homeless bum on the street that people talk about. Just like the crack addicts that, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Be roaming the streets, and I had all kinds of that in my family. But and it goes to a lot of people try to be not what they've seen. Well, me exactly, or this generation, a lot of people, we try to be the opposite of what we've seen.
Well, let me ask you this. What do you think? What do you think it would take, or does it take, to be drug and alcohol free and still live a life that is a satisfactory life without drugs and alcohol? What would you say? What kind of things have to exist in order for you to be happy without without needing, wanting, or requiring any other substance to enhance your life?
It depends on what you call happiness, brother. Because I ain't gonna lie to you. It depends on what you call happiness. Because I ain't gonna lie to you. Let me explain. This is gonna be the realest thing I've ever spoken to anybody. Like. And I'm going off the references of my life. I'm not. I won't speak on anything that I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not that type of person. I'm only going to speak on things that I experienced in my life. But with that being said, a lot of things, even though I've been through hell and back, or feel like I've been through hell and back, y'all has made, or somebody has made it clear and made it possible for me to have a happiness or understanding inside of me. It's so deep inside of me that I can't point it out. I can't, like, it's dead in the middle of my cold. Of the center of my body is pictured. Mm-hmm. The happiness is in the center. I can't even pinpoint where it's at. It's in the center. But it's so deep inside that, hey, I'm gonna make sure that you're happy. That your inner soul is happy, but nobody else outside would know. You will look like the most miserable person ever on this planet, but inside you're happy. I'm gonna make it like that. And I picture it like this: the little things. It's not big at all. It's the little things. If you can smile and laugh watching a video by yourself, when you know you've been going through hell for 3 months, but he make it possible for you to smile and laugh by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Or it's just like back when I was younger. He made sure back when I was younger, I did a lot of fun shit. I've been places and I've seen people, I've met people, I've interacted like you know what I'm saying? I've came in contact with different people, like I know how to talk, I know how to move around, you know what I'm saying? So I've done a lot of things. Been places that people where I come from haven't even been. My family haven't even been out of the state. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, like I've been places and talked to people, you know what I'm saying? And I've been through some happy states. I've seen some things. I used to hunt deer. And I'm from Texas, so this deer and hunting stuff is big over here. You know what I'm saying? When I was young, I used to read the magazines and look at the nice pictures of the deer fighting in the sunset. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't get to see that.
Right.
I've witnessed sights, even being on the water with the moon, with the sun set right on the water or rising early up in the morning. I've seen beautiful sights that you would see on a calendar. You know what I'm saying? And it's just that inner peace happiness. That's what I call an inner peace happiness that people wouldn't even know. If you looked at me now, you wouldn't think that I did half the shit that I've done.
Okay.
Paragliding over the canyons and but
real
it's just
shit.
so I feel like people can be happy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I don't think you will fully be happy. I think you'll be happy to a certain extent, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think you will fully be happy because I'm not gonna lie, even though I know I've been through that, the only thing that happiness has been doing for me is been keeping me from suicide.
I hear that.
Because if I haven't been happy back then in the day, hey, I would be gone right now.
So let me get this straight, my brother. You said you've been on your own since you were like 13 years old. And you still managed to go into the military.
Yes, sir. And I managed to graduate too.
Okay. So what influenced you to do that? Because a lot of times when people have had to take care of themselves, grow up to themselves, basically, and be responsible for themselves at a young age, a lot of them, turn to drugs and alcohol or selling drugs, in order to try to, generate an income that will help them to be okay. How did you, what drove you towards trying to do things the right way?
Because of I'm like a sponge. I learn from anybody. I don't you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like you can learn from every situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, with that being said, I watch and I see things around me. And like I said, I feel like if you make the same mistakes twice in a row, that just means there's a problem there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I'm not gonna see you step into a puddle of mud and step into that same puddle. You know what I'm saying? I'm a maneuver around it. And it's just like that. I've seen just about everything. The drug dealers, my cousins in and out of the pen, you know what I'm saying? My uncle mentally ill because his ex-wife dropped something in his drink. I've seen something like that.
Yeah.
Brother getting laced and not the same. But you know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of things. So with that, and then my father was in my life until I was 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? And not even all those years. But my father was the most positive influence out of my parents. I ain't gonna lie. Even though his influence was negative at the time, it's better on me now. You know what I'm saying? But he was the most positive influence at that time. You know what I'm saying? And it has a lot to do about what you allow to soak up. You know what I'm saying? Because people can bullshit you all you want. Like it's there if you want it. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
You don't have to. You get what I'm saying? Like, cause I could have been like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? But no, I know I wanted better. I knew I wanted to try something different because I already know how that outcome came.
Yeah.
Let me try this and see if I can get something different. So my outcome will be a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's just a tad bit different, I'm gonna try it. You know what I'm saying? I really like. I just feel like it's there for you if you really truly want it. You know what I'm saying? Like people can bullshit you all you want and just, hey, yeah, I fell for a victim, you know what I'm saying? Woo, woo. There's a lot of us that can fall victim, you know?
Yeah.
And like the cops will say if they pull you over, you know what I'm saying? Ignorance of the law doesn't give you it, you know what I'm saying? Like I mean, you know what is speeding, you know what I'm saying? You know that sign says such and such. You want to act like you didn't see it, okay? You can't be ignorant of the law, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, with me going to the army, my father was an ex-Marine, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I kind of looked at, and I took it that direction. But I kind of I don't regret it. I just know that everything is a lesson, you know what I'm saying? And it's rather good or bad, and we just got to take those and roll with it.
Okay, good stuff. Listen, man, I really appreciate you calling in. I really do. We got to get ready to run.
Yes, sir.
But listen, man, this is the first time that you've called in, I believe, and I hope that it won't be the last. And I hope that you continue to support this movement and listen to the show and be down with our crew. So, once again, salute, and you have a safe evening, and we will talk to you on the other side.
You as well, brother. Thank you.
All right, man. Peace. All right. Good stuff right there. Good stuff. Breath of fresh air. Appreciate me some him. All right, y'all. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious September 15th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number one out the box, Lewis Yaden. Turning 40 years old today. He's welcome to the 40-40. Bow. Yeah, what's up now? Do your thing now. And Tiffany Fife, my girl Tiffany Fife, turning 44. Bow. Boom. Yeah. Tiffany Fife, and also Millicent Bahini. Wait, hold on. Let me get it right. Let me get it right. Millicent Banaheen, turning 25 years old today. Happy birthday to you. And also Jaquata West, turning 56 years old today. And Tracy Coleman, turning 55 years old today. One of Deuce Nichols. And Triana McCrae, turning 34 years old today. And Nichelle Nicholson, turning 52 years old today. And Melissa Brinson DuPont, across the bridge in Camden. Anything can happen in Camden. Happy birthday to you. And last but not least, my girl Lisa Williams, turning 47 years old today. I want to say happy birthday to all of you and anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious September 15th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out, rock on and do the damn, rock out, rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, man, listen. Yeah, you might be drug-free, might be alcohol-free, but it doesn't mean that you're really free. There are other things that can change the brain's propaganda, make you feel kind of strange, and questions that you aren't taught, the questions that make you make a whole lot of crazy suggestions. And life is going to go on, and you got to be there. Got to be there. Yeah, it's gonna be okay. You make weight and you make your rounds and be down. And I found that as long as you live, you're gonna get a little wiser and smarter and positive. But If you live too damn fast and don't listen to your old head, you ain't gonna last. It's gonna be all right. Just because you don't smoke the pipe doesn't mean that you're always gonna be so happy and content. You know what I said, you know what I meant. At the end of the day, there are all kinds of things that we have to combine in order to make ourselves, our existence in sobriety fulfilling. Some of the things that can make your sober life fulfilling and happy: love, camaraderie. There's nothing wrong with finding people who are like-minded, even if they aren't identical minded, like-minded, similar interests, common goals, similar perspective on life. Get with them, show love, and let love be showed. Fulfilling your dreams. There may have been things that you've always wanted to do in your life. Make a bucket list, man. Start checking them joints off. Start checking off this one, that one. I'm getting there. I'm getting farther. I'm getting closer to whatever my plight is. Eat better. You know what I mean? Eat better. Try more fruits and vegetables. Try more produce, organic produce if you can afford it. But don't eat so much meat. Don't eat so much dairy. Those things can have an adverse effect on your attitude, on your health, on your way of life, and your ability to be able to enjoy life. All things in moderation, baby. All things in moderation, baby. And it's going to be all right. Spirituality, spiritual practices like meditation, like yoga, even going to go see, even getting like a weekly massage or a monthly massage. It gives you something to look forward to, and you're on your way to not only making yourself feel better physically, but also emotionally, mentally. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. I love y'all back to life. So yeah, man, your sobriety doesn't have to be a bore. It doesn't have to be a struggle. It really shouldn't be a struggle for you not to want to get high. And it really should be it shouldn't be a big struggle, to not need to, want to, or have to get high. All right, so with that being said, man, let's get on up out of here. For my blog talkers, I got a new offer, and I holler back at you. And for my Instagrammers,
thank you
your
for
five slam
Blog Talk
jammer.
Radio. Goodbye.
Thanks for coming on through and let me exercise my grammar. Yeah. Thanks for coming on by. Thanks for being hot. Thanks for being fly. Thanks for coming through. Thanks for doing what you do. Me and you still crew. And for my YouTubers, you know just how we do, but thanks for coming on through. Share the show. Subscribe, my boobers. All right. Peace, y'all. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time.